Okay, I'm going to tell a story. This story is about, oh, and just a PSA, I'm high. So, this story takes place in middle school. No, probably when I was like 11 years old. Garrett was 13. No, that's not true. Da 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 and do da do. He's in high school. We're in high school. And or he's a freshman rather. So he's bringing his girlfriend Laura to the St. Joe River, and the St. Joe River is the place where our family goes every single year. I've I I went when I was like 3 months old for 7 days about, and it's on the border of it's on the Idaho Panhandle next to Montana. So we go up there, and then we camp, and it's real good times. Lots of cards, lots of family time, staying up late, firewood, river, fishing, lots of cornhole, bocce ball, da 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 ha. Okay, so then, now here we are. Garrett's brought his girlfriend, much to my mother's chagrin, because, Garrett's not the super most stable freshman year human being. Uh, my mom's going out on a limb, allowing him to bring his girlfriend. This and that and that and this. So some dynamics there. Uh, Gosh. So we do this thing called the cribbage tournament. So we play cribbage and we progress up the cribbage tournament and then we duke it out. And it's a good, excellent tournament. Now we do bocce, cornhole, and cribbage tournaments. No, we don't do cornhole, but we've been doing bocce. So anyway, Garrett, to get independence, give his creativity an outlet, he was doing a project. He decided to make this beautiful fire. And it had all this collected material. He had collected all the material. He had collected the moss and the twigs and put them under into the bird's nest. And then built up this wonderful structure. And it was just going to go. And it was just beautiful, honestly. He spent like an hour or couple hours or whatever, however much amount of time. So this guy spent time on it, having a good day, da da da. Then there was probably some background tension, but look at me giving some preference. Then I come along, dun 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 dun, and my cousin Whitney comes along, dun 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 dun. We must have been bent with Garrett for some reason. Maybe we were just being malevolent. We were definitely being malevolent. Maybe there was some real cause, but we were just not probably just being malevolent. And we were just like, Garrett, light it, light it. And then he was like, no, I don't want to light it yet. Sounds good. Oh, oh, oh. Back in it. So then, Garrett was called to go participate in the cribbage champion or in cribbage tournament. So he was like, I want to light it, da da da, or just wait. And so then he ran off to play his game. He left his prized possession unattended. So his malevolent brother and cousin were like, da 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 da, oh, malevolence, malevolence. And then we're like, oh, I was like, should we light it? And then Garrett's like over there, he can see us, and he's just like, don't light it. And then so he's starting to get riled because he doesn't trust the malevolent brother and cousin. So then he uh he's looking over from the game saying, "Don't do anything," and da da da. That was probably awkward. Who knows how much he did of that? And then, but malevolence runs deep. So then Whitney and I, da 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 da, we eventually decided to just pour some kerosene on it, and we were thinking when he lights it, it'll blow up in his face. Funny joke, but then we were like, maybe we should just light it, and then we lit it. It just lit up. The flame went almost to the bottom part of the tree and could have started a forest fire. What? And we're like, oh shit, this got intense quick. So Garrett sees it from over there, and he just boom, just explodes, runs over, and he's just freaking, his brain, his neurons, his whole biology has just exploded. And his girlfriend was sitting over there, Lauren, or Laura, I think Laura, final answer. So she sees this, and it's like, it was freaking building explosion. So she comes and tries to like calm Garrett down. So she's like trying to calm Garrett down, like, hey, babe, calm down. But Garrett's just, his brain's just going. His body's firing, limbic system in a real fight or flight state. He doesn't know what he can do. He like came after me. Me and Whitney are not feeling too good by this moment. But it's funny to see somebody explode. So we're getting the reaction that we probably wanted. Hence, I'm here telling the story. But yeah, he wanted to come and hit us, but he knew he couldn't punch us because that would be really bad or really look not good. So he had some rationality there. Maybe we deserve to get beat up. Did it undo to do? Who knows? But anyway, he was just like turning around in his rage and didn't know where to express his ball of electricity and fire. And anyway, so he saw his tent, and he was like, up! And then he ran over there, grabbed his tent, and started dragging his whole tent. And we were just like, what are you going to do with that? And so now there's like a crowd of people watching this just mental breakdown. And he's grabbing his tent, and he's trying to take it to the river to throw his own tent into the river naturally. And so that's where the energy went. But to get to the river, it's like there's brush on either side of a pathway. So it just took too much effort, too much energy expenditure to get that tent to the river. And halfway through, he kind of ran out of steam. I think Laura was following behind him, just like, baby, calm down, calm down. Oh, wow. That was so much intensity. And he ended up calming down, but it still goes down as one of the biggest meltdown that we've had, in my estimation. Spurred on by malevolence and a prodding brother. And I guess the moral of this story could be, treat your loved ones kindly. Why instigate or perpetuate that kind of toxic, that kind of reaction from somebody? It does nobody any good. Ideally, we calm our limbic systems rather than want our loved ones to have their limbic systems fire. A little bit of fire is fun, because that's what novelty is. But anyway, well, no, anyway, I guess I will expand on that. Yeah, novelty. is healthy for a relationship, but you know, making Garrett's limbic system fire in that way was not fair to him, was not fair to Laura or anybody, and it surely did not help our relationship any. It's a funny story though. I don't even know if it's a funny story. It's just a story of caution and some this and that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that story. Yeah, cheers.